What's going on, everyone? Corey from Yota Expedition here, and in this video we're going to be going over the 4Runner and replacing all of the chrome emblems. So let's take a look around and show you what we're going to be replacing. Obviously the front one here, if you have a 2020 or newer, we're going to be replacing these, and then moving down the side to whatever trim package you have, we're going to be covering those. Those are always in silver, and then moving to the rear, we're going to be covering up 4Runner and the other Toyota logo there. So pretty much the emblems on the 4Runner are the only thing that are chrome. So we're going to go ahead and change all of that to black to match all the other accents on the 4Runner that are black. So with the TRD Pro being the highest trim package, they come with the black emblem, so it's kind of a desired look. And this is a super easy and cheap first mod, and it looks way better. All right, so we have the OEM emblems over here and the Yota Expedition ones here. Let's compare the two and see the differences. So here we have the front emblems sitting next to each other, this one being the OEM one, this one being the Yota Expedition. The finishes are pretty close to each other. The main difference between these two, the OEM ones are thinner material. You can see they flex a little bit, and the tape is a little different than what we use. And here's ours. You can see the edge is thicker. There's not as much bend to them, and the tape, we use a 3M tape on there. All right, so the biggest difference you can see between these two is the details in the letters. This is the OEM one here, and this is the Yota Expedition. And the reason the details are so much more defined on the OEM one is because the material is thinner. And with this being a thicker material, you can't get as much detail in it. But that's pretty much the biggest difference between the two. As far as pricing goes, if you go with an OEM setup, you're looking at $150 to $170 depending on your model. And then the Yota Expedition ones, you're looking at $50 to $90 depending on your model. And then if you have a 20 to 22, we also include the stripes here for the front grille. All right, so first thing we're gonna do is just make sure everything is nice and clean. We're using some isopropyl alcohol here, or you can use some wax and grease remover. Go ahead and spray everything down, wipe it off. Make sure it's dry before you go ahead and start to do the install. All right, so on the back side of the emblem, you're gonna have these little tabs. Go ahead and pull those off to take the backing off of the double-sided tape. Line it up and apply good pressure across the whole thing, making sure it all sticks. Corey from the future here to let you know a little tip before installing your badges. You want to make sure that they are warm. You don't want to be installing cold badges on a cold vehicle. So make sure you either have your vehicle in a warm garage, you're outside in the sun, you have a heat gun, a hair dryer, anything like that, to make sure that the glue on the badge is nice and warm. Also, the badge on your vehicle is nice and warm. You want to make sure that the bond between those two is going to be as best as possible, so you don't have the potential of them falling off. Also, the two overlays that go on the 2020 to 22 front grille, we had a couple issues with these not sticking properly. I'm going to show you how to install these the right way so that they stick right. Taking a closer look at the overlay, you can see we have this lip here on the end. And what people are doing is installing this end first, and when they push this down, it doesn't fit properly because that lip is not lining up where it needs to go, and it ends up sitting out, and you can see a gap behind the overlay. So what you want to do is put this side, attach this side first, then work your way in towards the emblem. Do that on both sides, and you should have no issues with this fitting properly. All right, so let's get back to the regular install. And then, like I said, if you have a 20 to 22, the kit also includes these side chrome pieces here. All right, now we can go ahead and put these side pieces on again. Peel off the backing for the double-sided tape. Line everything up, and then just give it a nice even pressure across the whole thing, making sure it all sticks good. All right, so that took literally less than 1 minute, and the front end looks already so much better. So let's go ahead, head to the side and we'll put the side emblems on. All right, so we just finished up, went around the vehicle, and we covered up all the chrome badges with new black ones. So it was a simple install, it took like less than 5 minutes, and it's looking way better now. So whether you want an OEM blackout kit or you want a Yota Expedition one, they're both available on yotaexpedition.com, link in description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.